Lightning split the sky. A palace of gold trembled under the roar of thunder. Hera's eyes burned like wildfire. She held a dagger, not for defense, for revenge. Zeus, king of gods, the unshakable, the all-powerful, ran, but he didn't run fast enough. Not this time. He had lied again, and she had watched every betrayal, every whispered lie to mortals and immortals alike. She had planned this moment for centuries. He thought she was powerless. He thought she would forgive. He was wrong. The god of gods, the god who commanded storms, faced her wrath. And yet, the strangest part, the cruel paradox, was that neither could live without the other. Because this wasn't just a marriage, it was a war that reshaped the heavens and cursed the earth. By the end of this story, you'll see why Zeus and Hera's marriage didn't just break hearts. It shattered the cosmos itself.
Unveil the legends.
Hera wasn't just a queen. She was a tyrant in silk, calculating, cold, vicious. Every glance, every smile hid a trap. She waited, always. Zeus wasn't just a god. He was a predator with charm, quick wit, and a dangerous craving for power and pleasure. No mortal nor god could resist him, and he knew it before the fights, before the poison, before the endless nights of plotting. There was a fragile peace, a palace shimmering in gold, with clouds swirling at the gates, a world that believed in balance, in order, but the cracks ran deep. Every affair, every hidden child, every whispered deception in the shadows of Olympus. Hera saw it all, and jealousy was her weapon. Resentment, her armor. The ticking clock had already started. It was only a matter of time before sparks became fire. It began with Io, a mortal priestess, beautiful, devoted, naive. Zeus wanted her, and he took her. Hera knew instantly, could feel it like a knife in her chest. But Zeus was clever. He disguised her as a cow, a humiliation in plain sight. Hera didn't strike immediately. She plotted. Io was watched, guarded, tormented by Argus, a creature with 100 eyes, always awake, always enough, watching. No sleep, no escape, no mercy. Zeus tried to bargain, tried to charm, tried to hide behind lightning and thrones. Hera only laughed. A sound like breaking bones. Every betrayal, every mortal conquest, every whispered lie. Hera cataloged it like a ledger of sins. And then came Semele, another mortal, another child. Zeus, drunk with desire and hubris, could not resist. Hera, not one to forgive, whispered into Semele's ears the most dangerous truths. "Ask him to show you his true form," she hissed. And when Semele did, the sight of Zeus in his full divine glory incinerated her. Ashes to wind. Hera watched, smiled. Justice or vengeance was hers. And still, Zeus ruled Olympus. Still, the other gods whispered. Still, mortals feared him. But Hera had a secret army. Not armies of men or monsters, but curses. Furies to torment his lovers. Serpents to strangle his schemes. Plagues to punish the innocent. And every time Zeus thought he had outwitted her, she was already 3 moves ahead. This wasn't love. This was chess, with lives as pawns. We remember Zeus as the hero of myths, strong, mighty, protector of mortals, the king of Olympus, the god who could command storms with a flick of his hand, the god who punished liars, punished thieves, punished mortals who dared to question him. But what if that's a lie? What if Zeus wasn't powerful because of justice or courage or nobility, but because Hera let him be? Because every so-called victory, every triumph over gods or mortals, was only possible because she allowed it, because she sharpened him, tested him, pushed him to the edge, until he became what the myths call invincible. Some whisper that Hera's rage was the crucible in which Zeus was forged. Her vengeance shaped him. Her cruelty honed his cunning. Every affair he dared, every mortal he seduced, every fleeting victory, Hera orchestrated the lesson. She planted traps, she twisted events, she made chaos his constant companion, and he thrived within it. And the darkest truth? They were addicted to it, like two predators circling a cage, each feeding on the destruction the other created. No child born of Zeus escaped her wrath. No mortal lover survived his obsession. Olympus wasn't a palace. It wasn't a kingdom. It was a battlefield. Even the other gods, all powerful in their own right, feared what Hera could unleash when crossed. Even Zeus, for all his storms, for all his lightning, for all his fury, feared her, and yet she could not destroy him. Why? Because she needed him. Because their rivalry, the endless, twisted, toxic dance, gave her purpose. Perhaps the greatest horror isn't Zeus's lust, nor Hera's vengeance. It's that they thrived on each other's destruction. They didn't just survive together. They fed off the ruin they caused, each wound a spark that kept their fire alive. And in that fire, Olympus itself trembled. The wars never ended. The palace never knew peace. Lightning still split the skies. But now it was not Zeus commanding it. It was the echo of their anger. Children suffered, caught between lessons in loyalty and fear. Lovers suffered, their hearts crushed beneath the weight of betrayal and wrath. Even mortals far below felt the tremors. Storms, famine, and mysterious disappearances whispered of battles they could never see. Hera never killed Zeus, not outright. Not fully. Zeus never tamed Hera. Not truly. Not in the way that might have saved them or destroyed them completely. And yet they remained bound, entwined eternally, like serpents locked in a coil of venom and fire. Each movement both a strike and a caress. Irony? They both feared loneliness, not just a fleeting moment, but the cold emptiness of a life without the other. That fear, far greater than lust, far greater than ambition or vengeance, kept them chained. Each battle, each punishment, each cruel joke or whispered betrayal only strengthened the invisible ties between them. Every myth, every story of punishment, every tale of divine jealousy traces back to their toxic bond. A marriage less about love than survival. A warning whispered across centuries. Some unions are too volatile to endure. Some bonds, once forged in fire, can never truly be broken. And some wounds never heal. In the end, Zeus and Hera teach a grim truth. Love can be a battlefield, and the battlefield can last forever. But what happens when the other gods trides? When mortals rise to challenge Olympus itself? Hera's fury didn't end with Zeus. It had consequences far beyond the throne. Which god do you think truly won this marriage of shadows? Comment below. Let the debate rage. And if you thought Hera and Zeus were dangerous, wait until you hear what happened when their son Ares unleashed his own wrath on Olympus. The next story makes this rivalry look tame.